Good morning and welcome to issue 14 of the KVIN Tech Chat podcast. I'm Mark Owen and I'm once again joined by my colleague
Sam Heaton. Hello.
Hi Sam, we've got some good things to talk about in this issue as well. So, very appropriate place to start. Welcome Sam, you're going to welcome us with the Welcome app.
I am. This is an app that I've got really excited about. We were really lucky in January to have Gavin from Neatbox join us on one of our Zoom sessions to tell us all about his Welcome app. Basically, what this app does is give us all the opportunity to have equal access and choice to goods and services. Now, as a visually impaired person and a consumer, one thing I do find difficult is if you're shopping alone, yes, you can find the store, you can use apps to get you to the store, but once you're in that store, it can be an absolute nightmare if you're looking for a particular product to actually find that product. And another issue is then trying to find staff to assist you to find that product. Now, what the Welcome app will do, you can plan a visit through the app. So any stores that do have Welcome enabled will get a notification that you're coming to the store. They'll get a notification when you're there and can then make the approach, which I think is absolutely fantastic because I know it's great that we support local shops, and as a VI, I tend to stick to the same sort of shops and cafes and bars because you know the layout, you know the staff, but it doesn't always give us the full choice that we're entitled to. So I think with this Welcome app, it gives us choice, and that could potentially lead to a massive social change. And of course, the purple pound is a big issue. So I think if more stores, venues get involved, it really could prove quite interesting. And the app is a free download. It's available on both Android and iOS. Really, really simple to use. There's basically 4 sections. There's plan a visit, which obviously if you do know Welcome is enabled somewhere that you're going to, you can do that quite easily. There is then check nearby, so you can see what venues the Welcome app is available at close to you. The third section is the profile section. So me personally on that, I've listed that I have a visual impairment. I've listed that I am a guide dog owner. And I've also listed that when I do get to a venue, I'd require some sighted guiding assistance. And then the very last section is the help section. And one of the parts in that is how to request a venue. So all you have to do is list a particular venue, the town of where it is, and send it off with just your email address and your name. And Neatbox will get back to you just to say they've got the request. And then it's up to the Neatbox team then to contact the venues suggested. Obviously, the more people that suggest a particular venue, the more power we have to bring Welcome in that chain or that company. So obviously, the more people that do get involved with this app, that support it, that download it, that take part, the better. And like I said, this really could be a big thing in promoting social change. So it'd be really good if everyone got involved. Gavin, when he came, is so enthusiastic. And if you look into the app, you can really see why, because it really could be big news for anyone living with a disability across the UK, not just for the visually impaired.
It really is an excellent idea because, as you say, it opens up so many possibilities, not just within your own town or city centre, but when you go somewhere else new as well, it does open up so many possibilities, and that really good driver for change.
Exactly, Mark, yeah. And I hear regarding change, you've got some updates with a software development for us.
I certainly have. Supernova, which is a package that a number of you have heard us speak about on the podcast, is now doing its latest update. So Supernova, that operates either as just a screen enlargement package, a screen enlargement with some speech, or a screen enlargement with a full screen reader, is moving to version 20. Like Supernova in the sense that it is, for anyone that's using it from a screen enlargement point of view, it is very, very clear. Some screen readers, particularly the inbuilt Windows magnifier, which is good, doesn't necessarily have that same level of clarity when it enlarges the screen for you. So that's where the paid ones like Supernova, like Zoom Text, tend to win over a little bit on the free ones. What's new with version 20 of Supernova is that it is integrating another product which you've heard us talk about an awful lot, which is Easy Reader. Now, Easy Reader is a product that gives access to all of the different online book libraries. So you don't just have to have Easy Reader on your phone anymore. You can have Easy Reader to access the various books and newspapers as part of your Supernova package. So that's a really neat feature that I think as it develops, people may well find useful. Other things that it's doing, they're improving some of the document reading facilities, and they're improving some of the features that you have when you connect a camera. So anyone that's using it in the workplace, or anyone that's using it for education, perhaps you have a book at the side of you and you're enlarging that onto the screen, there's been improvements around the features there. So all of these companies obviously are wanting to sort of carry on improving and innovating the products. But Sam, you've got something that doesn't just happen, all of these software updates tend to be every year, but you're talking now about something that happens every 10 years.
I am, Mark, yes. This year is the year of Census 2021. National Census Day will be on March the 21st, which is a Sunday. I know quite a lot of us will have been through several censuses over the years, but what's exciting about this year is there is a digital version for the first time. So basically you'll be posted out a letter with an access code, and from that you can access a digital version. Now, not to worry, if you prefer to do another format, paper versions will still be available, as will large print, as will Braille. Accessible formats are available. Paperwork in other languages to support you is also available. But should you do decide to do the online version, there's going to be help and support available across social media, via text, over the phone and online. We're still waiting to hear back. We've been in touch with Liz and Jeff, who are the Census Engagement Officers in South and North Kirklees respectively. We've been in touch with them to ask exactly how accessible the online version is. Is it going to be usable with TalkBack, VoiceOver, JAWS, etc.? We're still waiting to hear back the exact details, but they are joining us for a special Zoom visit on the 3rd of March. So hopefully they will have all the information that we've asked for and should be able to answer all the questions. There's also going to be, we have heard, a phone line available. So anyone that does want to fill theirs in over the phone, there's going to be people available to do that. There's also going to be, after the date, people knocking on doors and also filling the forms in person for anyone that requires that assistance. It is a legal obligation to fill the form in. It's definitely so important to be counted. The statistics that are gained in this census go on to plan and fund health, education, transport, so many of our local services. So especially as a visually impaired resident, it's ever more important that we are included in these statistics, because we need and we want our local services. So I definitely suggest everyone join us on Zoom on March the 3rd. And in the meantime, we also have contact with us and Jeff should anyone have any questions that we need to get to them. But hopefully there will be a way for us all to fill this in, fingers crossed.
I think that the great thing is that they are really wanting to work with us and engage with us, aren't they, as well?
Definitely, yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. So, like I say, hopefully they'll answer all our questions with regards to accessibility, because they are very keen to make sure everyone can take part in whatever way they choose, which is brilliant and definitely needed. And I hear you've got some updates as well, Mark.
Yes, so in addition to the people from the census that are going to be joining us on the 3rd of March, we've got a lot of different things going on our Zoom sessions. On the 10th of February, we've got a talk on CPR with Dr. Andy Loki. On the 12th of February, we've got George, who's from the Skies Team Rehabilitation Service in Huddersfield, who's going to be talking about the different services that they provide. On the 18th, one of our members is going to be providing a relaxation session for us. So they've been really good, actually. They've been very, very popular. 10 minutes at the end of the Zoom session to help relax you and unwind you. And then on the 24th of February, We've also got Mark Silver from Optilec, who's going to be joining us to share the different products that they've got to offer. And in March, there's going to be even more as well, but more about that on the podcast that we put out at the beginning of March. Always lots of ways to keep in touch with us. Sam, how do we do that on social media?
We are on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and of course, YouTube.
And if you want to use email, you can email us on info@kvin.org.uk. And don't forget, for the podcast, it's available on YouTube, where you can subscribe and press the notification bell to keep up to date with this podcast and any other videos that we put out. Don't forget that you can comment on the videos as well. And if there is anything that you would like us to cover on a future issue of Tech Chat, then please do get in touch. We're also available on TuneIn Radio and on Spotify.
And don't forget the website, Mark. Anyone can check the website for our up-to-date blogs as well. So we are literally everywhere. Please get involved.
We certainly are. So that's drawing us to the end of the February issue of KVIN Tech Chat. So from myself, Mark Owen.
And myself, Sam Heaton.
It's goodbye for now.
Bye.